Hi, my name is Shelby Preston, and I'm the Emergency Management Coordinator for Island County. This week, we're going to look at landslides. So what is a landslide? A landslide is a sliding movement of loosened rocks and soil moving down a hillside or a slope. Landslides can occur for a variety of reasons. Some of these include earthquakes, volcanic activity, saturated soils from rainfall, and removal of plants, trees, and shrubs from a sloped surface. Landslides can be shallow or deep and vary in speed. Shallow landslides are often referred to as mudslides by the media. Deep-seated landslides often move much slower but can cover larger areas and severely damage infrastructure and housing developments. Both shallow and deep-seated landslides can cause significant damage to roadways and private property. Landslides can also happen at any time, but they are more likely to occur during the fall and winter months in Washington. This is when we receive significant rainfall and snowfall. It's important to note that there are different types of landslides. To the right of the text are 4 different types of landslides. The most common type of slide is the shallow colluvial slide, seen in Figure 10-2. This slide occurs more often during intense, short-duration storms and rainfall. Figure 10-1 illustrates a deep-seated slide, which are the largest and most destructive slides. These slides are less common. Next, let's talk landslide risk. In general, landslide hazard areas can have the following characteristics: a slope greater than 40% within a vertical elevation change of at least 10 feet, a history of landslide activity or movement during the last 10,000 years, stream or wave activity, which has caused erosion, undercut a bank, or cut into a bank to cause the surrounding land to be unstable, the presence of an alluvial fan, indicating vulnerability to the flow of debris or sediments, and the presence of impermeable soils, such as silt or clay, which are mixed with granular soils, such as sand and gravel. So where in Island County are these characteristics present? Island County has a substantial amount of slopes that exceed 40 degrees or greater. Many of these are along the coastlines on Whidbey and Camano Island, but they can also be found elsewhere in the landscape. For more information and maps for landslide risk, please visit the following links. So now that you know what a landslide is, how can you tell if a landslide is occurring? Landslides often give signs that a slide is occurring or going to occur by cracks in the soil, tilted or bent trees, increased spring activity or newly wet ground, hummocky or uneven terrain, sagging or taut utility lines, sunken or broken roadbeds, movement of soil away from foundations, or leaking or broken water pipes. If you suspect a landslide or land movement is occurring, evacuate your home or structure and call 911. You may be wondering to yourself, can I reduce the risk of a landslide on my property? There are measures you can take to mitigate the risk of a landslide occurring on your property by draining water from surface runoff, downspouts, and driveways away from slopes, planting native ground cover on slopes, consulting with a professional before significantly altering slopes uphill or downslope of your house and property, and if you suspect your property is on a landslide, contacting a licensed engineering geologist or a geotechnical engineer for an evaluation. Here are some tips you shouldn't do. Don't add water to steep slopes. Avoid placing fill soil on or near steep slopes. Avoid placing yard waste or debris on steep slopes. And avoid excavating on or at the base of a deep slope. Even if you take all the tips from the previous slide to reduce your risk of a landslide can still occur. Here are some landslide preparedness tips. Pay attention to weather warnings, watches, and advisories. Make note of any changes to hillside and property. Consult with professionals regarding changes to your property and other concerns. And be prepared to leave in the event that you must evacuate your home. And remember, if you suspect a landslide has occurred or is imminent, call 911. Looking for more information on landslides? Visit the following links for more information on landslide risk and to view the Island County landslide map.